Hello and welcome to How to Deal When the Shit Gets Real podcast. I'm Rietta.
And I'm Connie, and today is our final episode of the season. Woohoo!
Another season
Well, it is
down.
a nice break for us.
Yeah, I mean, summer, I can't believe my kid's already done with school. I feel like it's so early.
Oh my God, no, that is really early. It feels really early. But you know what, also? It doesn't feel like I should be having a 1-year-old, and in like 2 weeks, I'm going to have a 1-year-old. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what is
happening
right now? Time is
Well,
moving too quickly.
I got a little taste of toddlerhood because yesterday I was in the bathroom, so he obviously had to go into the bathroom with me. And I was done, and he was digging through his bathroom toys, and like I took one of them out of his hands to like bring him outside so we were not in the bathroom, drowning, stuff like that. And he screamed bloody murder. I'm like, oh, is this toddlerhood?
Yeah,
that's about right. I was like, this is because you were such a good baby, isn't it?
Revenge. It's about right. 3 was the worst for Jackson. I know everybody says terrible twos. It was terrible 3s for us.
Yes, because I've heard this on memes. It's like 3s are worse because it's like a terrible 2 with experience. Because they've already gone through 2s. They have the 2s experience, so they can only just get worse.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny you bring that up. I think it was just on my Facebook memories the other day. One of my favorite pictures, or just funny pictures, is like me in the bathroom. And then I used to always just leave the door open, when Jackson was little, because then that way you just avoid the like pounding on the door and the freak out that they can't see.
Oh, no,
you.
Same. Definitely.
So
I do the
I have
same
a picture of Jackson and Bubby, my old dog, just both sitting right in the doorway to the bathroom.
Just looking at you.
Can I just get a moment, y'all, to pee?
Nope. Well, that's what I find funny is there were like reels or whatever, and it's people who say like, oh, well, I'm never going to be going to the bathroom with my child. It's like, oh, yes, you are. You have no idea. You say that now. Yep. And I remember me saying it, but in reality, no, I'm keeping the door open because he will literally like scream his head off because he cannot see me and pound on the door. And I'm like, no, what does it hurt that he like goes and sits on the floor and like plays with the shiny knobs on the bathroom, whatever, drawers.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt anything.
The vanity.
Plus, you can still see them. Like you said, closing the door is just closing the door.
I close the door when we're not in there so that because he has an obsession with the toilet now. So like he likes opening up the lid and closing the lid. Even on his fingers, he does not care. I also never realized kids were so obsessed with what is it called? Appliances.
Anything.
He constantly wants to crawl into the fridge, the freezer, and the dishwasher, and then pounds on the oven.
All the things. They love all the random things.
But his toys, no. Don't dare try to sway him with toys.
Nope. I mean, if you think about it, even like animals are the same way. Like I buy stuff for my cat, but then I get something in Amazon and he wants to be in the box. And I'm like, why do I even buy cat toys? Like, I'm just going to buy you a box.
Yep. No, I'm just going to leave this box right here and you have fun with it, buddy.
Yeah. Even Jackson, when he was little, like if I got a big enough box, he's like, I can fit in there. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude.
Oh, yes. Whatever. Theo is having an obsession with trying to climb in and out of the laundry basket. Mm-hmm. Also, the fact that he tries to climb more than he tries to walk is very interesting to me. I didn't think that was going to be a thing. I was like, how are you? Like he literally, he used his toy and climbed up on the couch. And I was like, so you're going to climb up on the couch, but you're not going to walk yet. What kind of BS is this?
Yep. I've seen that like with my friends and stuff. Like it seems like a kid is either a climber or they're not a climber. So you have a climber.
Oh, yes. Well, I think it's also because that's where Flynn sleeps and he's like puppy.
Yeah.
Puppy.
Always interested in the animals.
And Flynn is trying to get away from him and he's like puppy. Even though it sounds like it's like
Close enough.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Like you're looking at him and you're saying puppy. Like I get it. Close enough. It's fine.
Close enough.
Anyway,
Yeah. Do we have any Memorial Day plans?
I don't know. I want to see if our aunt and uncle are going to have a pool party because the pool sounds real great to me. And I have Friday
Pool
to
to-
Monday off. So
There you
that
go.
sounds fabulous.
The pool does sound very nice. I'll probably at least Murph on Monday. I always try to do Murph every
Oh,
Memorial Day.
yes. Yep. Yes, you do.
Got a Murph.
Mm-hmm.
Up
You
running
excited
outside in
for
the
your
heat.
first trip?
Yes, we need a trip so bad. We were literally talking about it. We've done a little one day away. We went and stayed one day at like the Del Coronado, and when we were in Hawaii, we stayed like one day at the Turtle Bay Resort, which was the resort
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. But we've never just gone on a vacation, just the two of us for more than one freaking day. Which Kyle and I were like, this needs to be this needs to be rectified. So yeah, super excited because we're literally going to be like not by anybody. Like I'm all about. I
It's
don't
going
even
to
know.
be like a cabin in the woods.
Yeah, we rented a cabin in the woods up in the Shenandoah, like a nice, this really cool like Airbnb, and then we do have a hotel for the last 2 nights because the Warm Springs is like in a little town, so they're like one of those
Yeah,
old school like B Airbnbs where they've been there for like ever, but they're super
ever.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, I think that's where Joe talked about taking my mom. I think it's there because he said that you have the warm springs, but like it's not super buggy. Because you know how mosquitoes are, they like attack my mom,
yeah,
attack
yeah,
her.
yeah. Well,
So,
yeah, and the Warm Springs there, it's literally covered. Like they built a little building over it,
oh,
so you're not
that's
even
cool.
like outside. There's like a little.
Hmm.
It almost kind of looks like a barn silo, like over the top of it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I mean, except for people going in and out, there probably will be some bugs just because nature
Yeah.
happens, but it's not going to be like
Well, because he was talking about taking her like early in like the spring,
yeah,
because then there's going to be even like less bugs because my mom attracts them like no other.
yeah, they should go. And because it's in a building, it's even better. And from what I was reading, that's like the oldest
One
natural warm springs like in the US. Like
around.
it's been there forever. I was looking at a picture from like 1800 of people sitting around this warm
Wow.
spring. So it's been there for a really long time.
That's awesome though. Super
Yeah.
cool.
I don't think Kyle's as pumped about it as I am, but like,
Why?
of course, I saw
Why?
it on Instagram and I'm like, this place looks so cool. And like, you have to pay $50, I think, just to float, but you get an hour. So it's not like you get 5 minutes for $50. So I was like, it'll be awesome and we'll feel all rejuvenated.
If as long as you can drink,
I don't
that would
know,
be me.
actually. I don't know if you can. That'll be something I'll have to look into.
But
Probably,
I
I
mean,
would
we're really
guess.
bad with drinking on vacation because I mean, our Disney was
Mhm.
us bringing in, because you can bring in, for the people who do not know, you can bring in your own drinks and stuff. So what we would do is we would take out like the first quarter of an icy,
Mhm.
put vodka in it,
There you
and we'd
go.
have like five of them in our
There you
little
go.
backpacks with a bunch of snacks. Like we were boozing it up the whole time in Disney. Like
At
we
least you
are
brought
the
the
people that
snacks too,
bring.
though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like granola. Well, and we even would make like sandwiches and stuff because it's like spending
Oh
money on
yeah.
park food is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
I'm
so
not taking
expensive.
like a and I'm not taking a break to go and make food and then go back.
Yeah, and
You know
then
what I
go
mean? Like I'm
back.
not doing the back and forth
No, I
bullshit.
don't
Like
blame you.
like
I wouldn't want to
no.
either. No, no. The only reason I would think that you probably can't drink in there is because they would worry about you like dropping it
Dropping it. Oh
into the
yeah,
water. So
definitely.
I'm guessing probably
Probably
not,
not.
but you're only in there for an hour. Afterwards, you go get a beverage.
Oh yeah, or before. Like it's like your
Or before.
pre-relax, you know?
Or before. Yeah. We have a hot tub at our little Airbnb, so we can go hike all day and then get into the hot tub. I was like, yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I would 100% be getting a hot tub like in the woods in the cabin. My friend did
Heck
that.
yes.
Yeah. It like that's
Absolutely.
top tier is what
We're
that is because I love a good hot tub.
I do
It
too. I love a
killed
good hot
it
tub.
it killed me to be pregnant and in the Dells and not being able to sit in the
Yeah.
hot tub.
Yeah.
Literally killed me. I'm like, my
I
back is
know.
killing me. And when can I not go in the hot tub? Oh, wait, when you're pregnant,
Yep.
fuckers.
Yeah, it
Fucking
sucks.
hell.
I mean, at least you can
Yeah.
get in the water and the water lifts your tummy a little and you get some relief, but I get it. It's not the same as a hot tub. I told Kyle because we're already like starting to get an idea of where we want to be in North Carolina, like what town and how much houses cost and what things look like in the area so we can get an idea. And I was like, can we get a pool and a hot tub? Like, I know it's a pain in the ass, but if this is going to be
No,
our
you,
forever home, let's just fucking do it. And he was like, if
yes.
you take care of it, he's like, if you take care of it, I'm like, fine, I'll take care of it. I'll learn how to take care of it. I mean, it might be time consuming, but it can't be that hard, right? Like, you pay attention to it, you check
See,
it every day, you make sure the
that's what
temperature's
Tom
good.
said. He was like, "Oh my God, you want a pool?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, who's vacuuming it out?" I'm like, "Dude, as far as I know, you put the vacuum in the pool and like that's it. And it like rolls around on the bottom of
Yeah.
the floor.
You
And
might
like
have to
you don't,
like
it's not like
strain out
vacuuming
the
your
top.
floors."
Yeah. You might
Yeah.
have to like strain out the top of the stuff that floats, but even still, I don't mind doing any of that. Like, we already
I
take
I
care of 3 acres. Like, what? I mean, that's already enough work. What's a add the pool on top? Why the hell not?
yeah, really. I mean, I would actually go and do that for our aunt and uncle who have the pool.
Yeah.
Like I would go when I was there, like that's what I would go and do. Like it's
Yeah.
not even that big of a deal. It's not that onerous.
Yeah. And I feel like most pools now are usually like saltwater pools, which I think are, I don't know, I
It's
could be wrong.
better. It's
It's
better for
better. And
you.
I think it's easier to take care of than like measuring out chlorine and making sure
I
you have
think
the right
so.
amounts. Could be wrong, but I have a feeling it would be at least a little easier than trying to like
Yeah.
manage chlorine.
Also, I mean, if you're in North Carolina or like North or South Carolina, not either one, I feel like a pool is necessary because you're not getting as much of the four seasons as you would
Yeah.
where you're at or where I'm currently at, which, like that's, I'm like,
Yeah.
no, if it's going to be like warm, then I want a pool.
Absolutely. Even here, I've already noticed, like, especially compared to Chicago, because our summers are like 3 months if you're lucky. It starts getting warm here, especially like this last year, like the end of March. So, I mean, like, if you can, and of course, you're not going to open the pool right away, but even if you don't open it till like May or April or May, you're still getting April probably all the way through September. So, I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely worth it.
Yeah. I mean, and here it's just too random. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like April, we had a couple of really hot weeks.
Hmm.
And then we also had like a week of like
Cold.
absolutely cold,
Yeah.
rainy, and absolutely gross because it's Chicago. Like you don't have steady enough weather for it. But I feel like in South Carolina, I mean, sorry, North Carolina or South Carolina, you
Or
would
one.
have
Yep.
more of a steady, less,
Yeah. And it gets hot. Like I that's why I told Kyle, like it's already, I mean, and that's even farther south in Virginia.
Mhm.
We had so many 90-degree days last year that I was like, we should have listened to Jackson and got a pool. Because of course Jackson at 10 years old, when we were
Oh,
telling him we were buying
yes.
a
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
his number one request was a pool.
Cool.
And
Yes,
I'm like, well,
100%.
let's do it
That's
this
still my
time.
number one request. And I am 30. Okay. All I want is a pool.
Of course, though, when I start looking and I actually like filter, because on Zillow and all that, you can filter and pick like pool and how many bedrooms and all
Yes.
that. There's very like few houses that come up with pools. But then, of course, Kyle's finally appeasing me and he's like, well, the house difference between here and there is such a difference. We should have money left that if we really want a
We
pool,
could we could
we'll
just build
make
one.
one,
Yeah.
like our aunt and uncle did. And I'm like,
Yes.
all right, sold.
Cool. Done. I know. And now we're thinking about going over the border to Indiana.
I don't blame
We
you,
have
honestly.
we have to. But we're gonna build, I think.
Oh, there you go. That'll be cool.
Because one, like there's not really that many great houses
Hmm.
out there that like for the price point. Like no,
Hmm.
like for
Hmm.
this same price point I can build a house. Like there's like the same price, like say
Hmm.
380,000, and one is dated, still needs work, or I
Hmm.
could build a brand new one for
A brand new one.
about the
Yeah.
same price, and we can afford more. Like we could build here too, but their starting price point is our max here. But
Yeah.
because of the
Oh, yeah.
taxes out there, we have more leeway. So we're
Yeah.
like, and Tom's boss doesn't care if he moves to Indiana.
There you
So,
go. Yeah. Illinois
and
is
like,
ridiculous. I don't blame you. I would vacate out of there
and,
too.
and unfortunately, like, Tom doesn't really have enough experience to like go and transfer to like North Carolina or South Carolina. He doesn't
Not
have
yet.
like,
Time will come.
you're like, no, you are moving out there with me.
Yeah, I was
We
telling
need
my
to do
dad.
we need to do podcasts from your house in North Carolina, right?
Heck yeah.
Together instead of Zoom meetings.
I was telling my dad the other day because like we were talking about it, and he's like, I was like, oh yeah, Vicky's talking about coming and Connie and Tom, and he's like, we would have our own little commune. That's so cool.
I love your dad.
Like, oh, Dad, you're awesome.
That's so funny. I mean, I would love to, but I mean, we'll see. Because I did tell Tom though, I'm
One
like, if we're
day.
building, I said, if we're building, like, I don't want to move for a while.
Oh no, yeah. If you build your own house, I absolutely don't blame you. I mean, like I said, one day, like Theo's still
Yeah,
really little. Of course, your mom still wants to be around
that's
him.
true. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, the main person who watches him is going to move to Georgia, but Georgia has shit schools. So, no, thank you.
Georgia's also hot as F. It is supposed to be beautiful though. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm just like,
look at the
no.
Masters in Augusta. I mean,
And then there are,
beautiful.
there are other people who are like, move to Florida. And I'm like, you couldn't
Absolutely not.
pay me. You
Nope.
couldn't pay me
Me either.
because it's too fucking hot. And
Oh yeah.
like,
Mm-mm.
I was like, that was my point of moving to either Carolinas, is at least you get somewhat of a season.
Yes, absolutely.
You're not going to just get sun all year round. Is it going to be warmer? Yes. But is it going to be completely hot all year round like Texas, Georgia,
Hmm.
Florida? No.
No,
Thank fucking God.
I know. I just talked to my mom again yesterday, and she was like, I am so ready to leave. I can't do this. It's freaking hot. I hate it here. I hate the state. I'm like, good thing you don't live there.
Oh, because it's Florida. Oh my God. I was thinking of Illinois. I was like, huh?
No, no, no.
Like, I
She's down
forgot.
there
I forgot.
with our
I
aunt. Yeah.
forgot. I
Yeah.
forgot. For in my mind, she's already back up here. I don't even.
Tomorrow. She's like, I'm
Yes.
counting the days. And I'm like, I know, but you did a nice thing going down there.
Yes. Yes, she did. And besides, who knows what the future may hold.
Fingers and toes crossed, man.
Yep. Just I know, and we're gonna go down there in July for a week. But it's fine.
That's gonna
Gotta
make
do
her
it.
so happy. That's gonna make her really happy.
It's gonna I was at a
It's
party and
gonna be hard.
I was like, man, this really sucks. Like I have to go to Florida. And somebody was like, I was like, yeah, I'm like, well, it's just being the baby traveling. That sucks. And then I like added on about what our aunt is going through.
Mhm.
And they were like, so the traveling part is the hardest. And I'm like, yes, it is. I am traveling alone with a baby. Do you know
Yeah.
how hard it is?
Yeah. Mom
It'll be
said she's
fine when I
already
get.
starting to lose her hair and stuff. So
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
yeah.
And she didn't have much to begin with.
No.
Ouch.
Not a lot of us don't. I have very fine hair. I know
I got a
you have
lot.
thicker hair, but like my mom,
I know a lot of the
Aunt
tricks don't have a
Lydia,
lot of,
yeah, Aunt
they all have.
Mary. It's like one or the other because like Aunt Susan and like your mom and Aunt Barbara had a ton of hair, and then
No,
like everybody else.
my mom has
Oh, I
no
thought your
hair.
mom did. Oh, your mom is thin too.
No,
Okay, well then
my mom
Susan
has
and
real thin. She hates that I cut my hair. She's like, for how much hair you cut, I could make a wig.
yeah, see, well then it's just Susan and Barbara that had both of them had a ton of hair.
Yeah, but I even got like, I have a ton of hair, but like my hair texture is nicer than theirs. Like theirs is very coarse, where mine is still very like soft,
Hmm.
whatever. But grandma said
Oh,
it was from one of her sisters.
yeah. Well, Barbara had the coarser hair because of chemo. She got the curly coarser hair because
Mm.
of chemo, and Susan had beautiful hair. I don't know if you ever saw her.
I
She had black, silky, thick,
Yes,
amazing hair. I
I
would
thought
have
hers was
loved to have
still
her.
coarser. I know that it was
No,
really nice and long, but I thought it was still kind of coarse. But no,
no,
oh, okay.
no. She almost had like kind of like Asian hair, like the really thick, like black, silky hair. She had beautiful hair. When she first dyed it, my mom was like, no.
What hair color did she dye it when she first dyed it?
I think she went blonde. And my mom was like, why? You have beautiful black hair. Like people would die to have your hair.
I mean, that's what they all said about
That may
or
be,
the
be why it looked coarser later too, because she attempted to go blonde and it probably fried it a
mm,
little.
probably that no, that's I was like, I always remembered her with coarse hair, but that's probably why you're
That's
right
probably why.
because of all the dyeing.
You know
because
what it is.
I've dyed my ends blonde, and then now I cut a huge chunk off, like 3 inches, and
Mhm.
now it feels so good. I was like, oh yeah, that's it. I needed a trim.
It's funny how that happens.
Yeah. Well, I knew I needed it before my friend's wedding, and I tried when I was getting my hair touched up. I was like, "Oh yeah, can you give me a good trim?" And like she just didn't. I
Huh.
like it was like a week or so later. I'm like, these ends still look awful. Like it looks like I didn't even get my hair cut.
She was probably nervous because, like when most people say a trim, like they mean like minimal amount just to like clean it up a little. So she probably
I think
wasn't
she was
expecting you to
rushing.
want more either because,
I'm pretty
you hear
sure
all
she
the
was
horror
rushing,
stories. Well, that too.
actually,
That could
because
absolutely be.
she had another person, and she had to go and drive to their house because she promised
Oh,
them that she would go to their house for just this like one time or whatever. And like I could tell she was kind of rushing to
well,
get
that
to her
helps it too.
friend.
But you hear a
So,
lot of stories too of like people are like, trim my hair, and then the person cuts off like
oh
four
no,
inches
that
and they're
happened to
like,
me. No, that didn't you know that happened to me for my honeymoon?
I think I do
Tom
remember you saying that.
Tom was like, I married one person and I went on a honeymoon with a different person because I told her like shoulder length. Um, I ended up with chin length hair.
Oh yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, that is a huge difference. Like I wanted like a good, healthy, like 2 inch cut because my hair was really long and we were going to be going to Italy and Greece. I'm like, I wanted it shorter, not like
Short,
boy
short.
cut, not
Yeah.
short. I mean, it looked all right, but the other thing that she screwed up is I was asking for a fringe bang, and she cut it too short and it looked like little boy bangs. Oh no,
Oh
no.
no.
What it look no no no, it looked like micro bangs. But like luckily,
Oh
like I
no.
could like kind of style it into my hair, and it looked okay. Like it didn't look awful. It just was
Yeah.
not my favorite thing. But
I had
Tom
that
was
happen to
like,
me.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah, I had that happen to me in high school. Like I asked for like a haircut and it was like the same thing. I had asked her just to cut it and it ended up like chin length. And I was like, what? Alrighty.
Oh, I feel like I remember that.
Oh yeah. I was I think a junior in high school.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
and then because then for your senior photos, it was just a little longer because it was like shoulder length ish.
Yeah. Yeah, my hair does not grow fast at all. Nails, fast. Hair, not so much.
See, I don't have good nails at all.
It seems like that's always the thing. You have one or the other, which doesn't make any sense because they're made out of the same nonsense, but whatever. Not a scientist.
I like that it's made out of the same nonsense. That's our all of our bodies. They're all made out of the same nonsense.
Same nonsense. Everything's the same.
It is. It's all the same. But it is going to be fun. Like the summer is coming, and guys, we are not going to be taking a longer break. We're going to be taking a shorter break, and we're going to come back the week of July 4th. So it'll just be a month without us. I know you'll be like so sad,
So sad, but
but
we have amazing episodes coming when we get back. We interviewed Matt, who is this amazing pastor. We literally
mhm,
talked about like everything. We went from like
it was
conspiracy
fun.
theories to
Oh yeah.
exorcisms. So we're
I
going to start
literally
with that.
I could have like listened to a whole episode of conspiracy theories because it
Oh,
just
yeah.
reminds me of that meme that was like, you just think that the government is just over here batting 1,000. That's a real strong stance
Real
to
strong.
have.
I know we'll have to have him back again because he was just so easy to talk to.
Talk to. Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, and we
I
got
still
another
randomly
one.
sent him some memes on Instagram, and I sent him a really funny one where the guy did like a voiceover of the Transformers because it looked like a Transformer cross with Jesus on it.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "Shut up and take my money." But I thought it was
He's hilarious.
absolutely
He
hilarious.
sends me memes like Simpson memes because remember he said he was like the Ned Flanders,
Oh my
the
God, no,
Marine
he
Ned
is.
Flanders. So he sends me like Ned Flanders once. I'm like, you're
That's
killing me.
funny.
And then
Oh my
hopefully we'll
God.
have his wife on. I'm gonna have to reach out. I'm gonna have to text him again because I requested his to be friends with his wife on Instagram because she's got a private
Mhm.
profile and I can't message her until she accepts it. I don't think she has. She's probably just they have a lot of kids. She's probably busy. So I
Probably.
have to text him and be like, hey, can you just connect us another way?
Yeah, really. Can you just give her my phone number?
Yeah, just
give
let her
me
call me.
give me an email? Anything?
anything that I can reach out to her and she can answer on her own time or whatever.
Yep. I'm sure we will get there.
Everything
Will get there. It'll be great. It's all great. Everything's great.
Everything's great.
Yep. I know you guys are going to miss us, but happy Memorial Day.
Yeah. Happy Memorial Day. We love y'all.
And we'll see you all next episode.